one thing which really stuck with me over the past 2 days was when one of the speakers, he said, and it's really touched me, that if I have my last moment in life, like tomorrow or like in a minute, I want the last thought, the last sentiment that goes through my mind when my life kind of flashes before me, and I just want to say, whoa, 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 that was awesome. Day 2, kicking off shortly. So right now we were talking about the sales funnel and the whole thing to increase sales by 20% and whatnot. And the lady comes up and she says she runs a charity to rescue girls who are kept for sex prostitution, young girls locked up and raped 20 times a day. She's freed 6,000 of them over the past couple of years, and she's having difficulty raising donations. Tony decided to ask everyone in the room who would want to donate, and he would match. And this is what happened. There are literally lines of hundreds of people signing checks for £1,000, £2,000, £5,000 a pop. I've gone and done one myself, and this girl's going to raise several £100,000 within the course of about 30 minutes, and Tony's going to match whatever the total donation is. How amazing is that?
You can do well for others. You can right wrongs. You can feed people that are starving. You can provide fresh water. At this stage of my life, and I've been doing this since I was 17, feeding people. When I had no money, I fed people. A lot of people say, you know, when I get wealthy, then I'll do these things. And I say, no, you won't. Because if you won't give a dime out of a dollar, you're not going to give 100,000 out of a million, or a million out of 10. I'm the recipient of someone's goodwill. When I was 11 years old and they fed us on Thanksgiving, that experience changed my life. It wasn't the food, it was the strangers cared. And that made me care about strangers, and it started me on a journey at 17 of feeding 2 families, next year 4, and I just kept doubling it. I got my employees involved. And now for the last 3 years, we've fed 100 million people a year for 3 straight years. 300 million people we've We're going to feed 1 billion people over the next 7 years. Give you an idea? And also Monty Pearl and I, and Sage and I are both taking care of 250,000 people a day in India, providing fresh water, because the biggest killer of children today, in India at least, is waterborne disease, and it's so easy to solve.
Give it up for Tony Robbins, let him hear you!
So it's just after 11 o'clock. A little freezing cold in here with this air conditioning. What we've been doing now is the funnel process and the optimizations. So we've just done a couple of quick sketches on current sales funnel. Really, really basic, simple stuff. And then the idea is that we look at each of the different areas. The idea is to make an incremental increase of just 3, 4, 5% on that. So at each stage in the funnel, we make an incremental increase like that, but the compound effect of that is much, much greater. So in the exercise numbers that I've worked through for the platform business, I've ended up with about 120% increase in sales as a result of those funnel changes. And the key thing is that each one of those changes are very small. 3% increase in conversions on bookings and that kind of thing. So very small, very manageable it seems, and the strategies to achieve that seem very realistic. So it'll be quite interesting to see how the implementation of this goes and what the refined plan will actually be. It's a little bit of a later start today. There was a 9:30 session with like this a bonus session with this crowdfunding guy. So far we got Keith Cunningham today.
All businesses have some things and stuff.
And he's just smashed through some accounting stuff. He's done a 2-year Harvard Business School accounting / MBA course in 15 minutes. and he's absolutely fucking smashed it. I thought I understood my P&L, my balance sheet, my cash flow before, but now I've got clarity on a new level. Oh yeah, Tony's on, baby, Tony's on.
High five the people behind you around you from the chair.
This is now day 4. 3 p.m. on a Monday afternoon. Been doing this every day this week, every day this weekend so far.
The more you're trying to accomplish, the bigger the organization will become to a great extent.
Another amazing session. I can't wait to put some of these action items into action. Oren Claff is doing the session on selling right now. I've read his Pitch Anything book and been trying to apply it. It is so fucking good. And we've got him now for a few hours doing a session for us. How cool is that? So today's the last day of the conference. Day 5, motherfucker. This morning session, they are focusing on what to do when you get back from VM, how to develop this 90-day plan, which will be wicked, and also how to kind of brief the team to get them on board and how to kind of communicate a lot of the learnings that we've had with the team. I'm staying here for another 4 days or so until Sunday, which is good, give me a chance to pull together all my various notes from the conference, turn it into a bit of an action plan, and then start making, you know, the decisions on next steps and key implementations.
How many have more than one business? Even in your one company, how many have some significant different divisions in your one company? How many have just like not enough to do and too much spare time? Right, like one person, that's it. How many when you go to bed at night time, you're still thinking about what needs doing tomorrow? How many when you get up in the morning, you're already late?
It's been 5 days of madness, and we're still going. Woo! Yeah! Don't let her appearances fool you, she's a fucking bitch. Fucking ridiculous negotiators. So we had a negotiation session, and I lost all the fucking negotiations. We got paid off because I was an agent getting a deal for my client for a book, and she was the publisher. And she could have paid me 3 million quid. I walked away with a lousy £925,000. The negotiation guy was really, really good. He talked so much about like so many different notes and stuff on the negotiation tactics. Thank you very much. A whole like playbook and rule book to work by. So actually, I can't wait to apply some of those skills. The last session of Tony's about to start, and that'll be it. That'll be the whole 5 days done. It's been a pretty insane 5 days. So much to learn, so much to review, so much to go through. I can't wait.
I hope that out of this week, the message you took is that this thing called business is really about love. Fall in love with your customers, fall in love with your employees, fall in love with each other. I am a gladiator! Winter is my season! Winter is my season! This is my time!
This is my time!
I will not be denied!
I will not be denied!
Give me your fear, give me your limits, I give you results!
Give me your fear, give me your limits, I give you results!
I add massive value and always find the way to victory!
I add massive value and always find a way
Make
to
the
victory!
sound of victory, feel it in every ounce of your soul! Lives will be changed, people will be employed, clients will be served, and we will all grow. It's been a magnificent week. After this week, life will never be the same again. Life will never be the same.
That's it, we're done. I'm leaving here with happiness, sadness, excitement, impatience to get started, you know, vigor, inspiration, drive, vision, clarity, and I really just can't wait for the next few days just to process everything what has fucking happened to me in my life. and I'm just looking forward to the next 3 months, the next 6 months, to see exactly how the results unfold as a result of this crazy weekend. One thing which really stuck with me over the past few days was when one of the speakers, he said, and it's really touched me, that if I have my last moment in life, like tomorrow or like in a minute, I want the last thought, the last sentiment that goes through my mind when my life kind of flashes before me, and I just want to say, whoa, that was awesome. So as I was in Amsterdam, I thought I'd just check in with a few people, have a couple of meetings. I'm working with Amsterdam venture partners at the moment, or well, I've been having a few conversations with them to see how they can assist with the fundraise. The reason I'm interested in Amsterdam venture partners is that they are particularly well connected in the European space, with a lot of family offices and top VCs, particularly in Germany and other European countries. Now, for me, this is particularly important versus just staying in London, because European expansion will be imminent, and obviously there's far more of Europe than there is of London. And I think if, with Brexit coming, I think it's more important to have strategic backing on that side of the fence rather than on the UK side of the fence. So this is very much a forward-looking strategic move, and I think Amsterdam Venture Partners are very well placed to do that. And obviously, being in Amsterdam, I've used the opportunity to come to my absolute favourite spot, probably my most favourite hotel globally, actually, after having toured a whole bunch of co-living places around the world. This one really does it for me. And obviously, whilst I'm here, last time I came here was on the launch week last year, and when I was there, I bumped into Hans Meyer, who's the founder and creator of Zoku. Prior to Zoku, he had created Citizen M Hotels, which he then subsequently sold, and that's a really amazing hotel concept. So his next thing was then Zoku, and Zoku is totally about the co-living, co-working thing, building a whole community around it. And so it was really exciting to be here for the opening and the launch of Zoku. And now I'm coming back about a year later, and the place is buzzing. They've introduced new kind of memberships. There's a real nice kind of group of people working here. So I just had to set a quick hi to Hans. He's popping off to a meeting right now, and then I'm meeting Jarp shortly as well, just to have a little chat about how everything's going in the co-living space. Just want to go and have a quick look and see what's happening in the kitchen, because I love the living kitchen idea. It's so cool. Let's have a look. Here we go. Kitchen's all happening, and they go in. I can love it. It's so good. So I just went and said goodbye to Hans. He's such a nice chap, man. He really understands the co-living space as well. Anyway, Nancy's taking me. She's dragging me because I'm late. It's taking too long. She's taking me on a date. Oh, I'm so excited. They just brought me here, and I have no idea where we are. What are we doing? Are we having dinner? I'm getting a little bit scared now. I feel like I'm going to be the dinner. I'm going to get slaughtered backstage or something.
We're in Amsterdam, right? Anything can happen.
Oh god. Are we all going to get high? If next time you see me, I'm like, then you know that she actually got me high. It turns out that Nancy, what's this thing called? Anyway, we're dining in the dark. It's going to be pitch black, and we're having 5 courses of food. We don't know what we're going to eat. We can't see what we're going to eat, and everything's going to be pitch black. We're not allowed any light sources in there at all. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but it sounds like it'll be fun. Ah! So we had 5 courses of food served in pitch black. There were moments where it was pretty scary. Didn't know what was going on. We also used the opportunity to be a bit silly. We're going for dinner, and we're going to. What you said?
No, we're going to eat something.
Oh, are you talking? Are you videoing?
Yeah.
Oh, she's videoing as well. Nancy has like 50,000 followers. I've got like about 10. So, you know, my idea is that if I shoot enough videos of her in it, her followers will start following me. See?